We're ready to roll. Petrosyan needs to put the foot down like a Ferrari driver and get moving in this round. Here we are, third. Buakaw, the machine. High right round kick from the tie. Left round kick from Petrosyan. Again, Buakaw goes up to the head and catches the forearm, so he goes to the floating rib cages. Nice left hand, stinging again up the centre corridor from Giorgio Petrosyan. Buakaw cracks away to the left rib cage again. Front kick, deep kick to the midsection. Petrosyan returns the favour. Outside thigh kick from Buakaw. Catches the kicking leg, can't keep a hold of it. Petrosyan tries to snake the Muay Thai plum around the back of the neck. Throws off Buakaw, just trying to say to the Thai star, hey, I'm here and I can match strength with you.
Nice
does a bit of a Soren Monkonton, just leaning back out of the way of the kick there, Hammer.
Nice evasive work. And big shout out to Soren, who's over in Bangkok, Thailand these days, warring at the Lumpini Stadium. So big shout out to Soren, and of course Nugget and all the boys down at Nugget's gym, the premier gyms, Muay Thai gyms in the country.
Outside thigh kick from Petrosyan, pulls the head down, latches both hands behind the neck now. Can't get any knees off though. The Italian referee keeping a close eye on it, brings them both back to centre ring. Trade of leg kicks. It was Petrosyan that drew the short straw. Some of the hardest leg kicks in the world belong to Buakaw. I don't care what weight you're talking about.
Well, and he throws it. It's in the years of teaching and training, a lot of fighters get under and students get under the misconception that they've got to put so much effort into those low round kicks. They load them up and they throw them, with so much might. But Buakaw is really textbook in his efforts in throwing round kicks, in that it's off the hip. The movement and the speed and the power from a true round kick comes off your pivot and off your hip movement. And you watch Buakaw throw that right roundhouse kick. He does it with so much ease. There's no effort in it. It's the speed and the technique that generates the power, not the effort being put into that roundhouse.
The three guys I've seen it throw so well, Hammer, Badahari in the heavyweights, and Buakaw and Yodson Klai at middleweight. You want to see some vicious kicks? Have a look at a Yodson Klai fight. That guy's rear leg round kick is phenomenally hard.
Well, and of course, Yodson Klai being a southpaw as well, he's throwing it off his left leg, so that's even more confounding to his opponents if they're orthodox fighters, because they've got to contend with, countering that speed and that quick roundhouse. The Sly Stallone, Sugar Ray, original Contender series, all put together by Mark Burnett. And you know what? He's getting his hands wet and dirty now in Muay Thai kickboxing.
Are you smarter than a fifth grader?
Another
Mark Burnett production in America?
You're asking me a question there. Come on, now, that's a bit below the belt in the middle of my conversation. Yes, very class production. And it's all about Muay Thai now.
And Hammer, just on the point of the Contender, it is in fact the most watched reality television series of all time. They are talking 250 million people around Asia
that's
currently
because of the
watching
Asian
it.
influence, of course.
Exactly, and then when it goes worldwide, they're talking close to 1 billion people will tune into the finale.
Massive amount of people.
And it makes it the biggest reality show ever screened in the world.
That's almost like an Olympic gold medal, swimming event or a track and field event.
And because, as you said, the massive Asian influence, you're talking about all the Asian countries, which is almost 2 billion people just there.
Just there, right there.
And that's the market they're hitting, and that's what makes it the most watched reality television series in history.
It's scary to think that Stefan Fox is going to be a household name throughout Asia. Good friend of mine. And a great man. One of the real prime movers of the sport, Mr. Stefan Fox. Actually, someone who's made Battleground series on Fox Sports possible. And we greatly thank him for all of his kind efforts.
At the moment, Hammer, though, I've got to be honest, this is not the barn burner we thought it might be.
Not at all.
It has turned into a technical contest, but it doesn't look like either the Italian or the Thai is going for any sort of knockout, just happy to play a points game. And to me, it's disappointing. For a semi-main event, it's a disappointment here.
It's been a game of strategy, and we're seeing Buakaw not at his best, that's for sure.
Buakaw does take on such a hectic schedule between his K1 fights and also his WMC fights. It is, what's the word, a credit to him, Hammer, that he stays so busy floating between the two sanctioning body and major organisation. But you've got to wonder what sort of toll does it take on these 5-round fights for him, because, as you said, tonight is not the Buakaw that we know and love.
No, exactly right. And also changing from rules as well, going to K1, from K1 rules, K1 max rules, to full-blown Muay Thai rules, which is clinching knees and elbows. You know, he hasn't even looked like throwing an elbow. Doesn't even look like sort of getting too heavily engaged with the clinching and dominating in that area, as we've seen him do so in the past under full-blown Thai rules. So perhaps a little bit of conditioning between the two rules is affecting Buakaw now.
So end of the round.
He's got to be happy with that. He's mixed it up with the world's best, and this guy's going to go to the next level mentally alone, the Italian.
Hammer, we say that for Petrosyan, and mind you, this is a WMC world title fight we're seeing here. The strap is up for grabs at the moment, the defending champion being Buakaw. Now, we're saying how a decision loss even for Petrosyan, but it's more like a moral victory for him, given that he'll go 5 rounds, hopefully, with Buakaw, as he just tries to execute a Thai takedown.
Throw him down.
But throwing the tables around, Hammer, if Buakaw goes the 5-round distance with a fighter of such less experience as him than Petrosyan,
sure,
what does that say about Buakaw now? He's fighting at the moment.
You know, we were expecting to see Buakaw come out and showcase the flashy, fast, you know, skillful exhibition that we're used to seeing from him. Tonight, unfortunately, we're not seeing that on the screen. So, you know, we really were hoping for Buakaw to step it up a gear and, you know, in front of the big Swedish crowd and showcase what Buakaw is all about. I think he's just going to be intent to defend his title and do it fairly safely. As you said, Voice, who knows what his fight schedule has coming up. He might be fighting next week and doesn't want to take any silly risks. He might not want to get himself too banged up. He might not want to get any cuts. So he's maybe just playing it safe for the safe win or the safe journey with this one. Petrosyan, on the other hand, if I was in his shoes or indeed in his corner, I'll just go for it. I'll be throwing headbutts. I'll be doing everything, I tell you. But, you know, Petrosyan's sitting back and really gaining experience. But now, get in there, son. Throw some elbows. Let it go. Be a bit of a Queenslander, you know. And,
it's time to get nasty for the Italian.
Give it a real shake-up and, you know, throw caution to the wind. Again, we tick down 5th round.
But you are right. He's got to take the shackles off here, Petrosyan.
Even if he gets caught, you know what? Even if he gets caught and perhaps loses this one, he's at least he can I suppose walk out of the arena not wondering that he give it a real shake-up. Its strategy may be gone too far in this little battle here.
All tied up again against the ropes. Petrosyan's got to try and throw the one big shot, the big haymaker, the big Hail Mary shot. As Hammer said, here is caution, here is the wind. Throw into the wind, Hammer. There goes caution. Blown away.
Like my cash in Las Vegas.
Somewhere over Atlanta. Blown away.
He's got a nice left hand though, Petrosyan. He doesn't jab. His jabs are few and far between, I tell you what. But when he lets the left hand go, it's straight, it's up the middle, and it's not far off paying some dividends for him. Just got to use it as, you know, a lot more. Set it up maybe inside thigh. It's going to be close, whatever way you cut it. Maybe just the way of Buakaw, the defending champ.
Att det sista domaren avgörandet. Vem som blir världsmästare i thaiboxning? Har vi ny världsmästare eller?
Sounds like the Swedish chef off the Muppets, Hammer.
Behålla titeln.
Someone throw him a chicken.
Domare 3.
Give me one of those ring girls to help translate.
49, det är oavgjort. Buakaw är fortfarande världsmästare.
Well, it sounds like a unanimous draw.